Hello, my name's Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the origin of evil spirits. Have you ever wondered where evil spirits came from? I've been hinting at this video for a while, so this will be a special one. Now, what are evil spirits? There are spirits that block happiness, abundance, they block peace, they give bad thoughts, they give intrusive thoughts, they lead to gossipy thoughts. They're behind a whole bunch of stuff. I shouldn't have to say what evil spirits are. You guys know what evil spirits are. Well, generally they cause havoc. They rip families apart. They cause people to sometimes want to do bad things to themselves. They cause a whole bucket list of things that I'll not go into because we're focusing on aspects of light here. I'm just giving you guys some examples, but that's what evil spirits do. Who are evil spirits? What are the origins of evil spirits? Well, there are several origins. There is evil spirits, things that have been human, things that have never been human, things that have been a form of human. Yeah, I can't go into that too in detail because I'm not fully allowed to, but there's several different kinds of evil spirits, and today I'll be talking to you about the origin of the most common one, which is... And yes, I'll go into some secret stuff today. The most common one is human spirits. Humans from this planet. So there are human spirits from other planets, which I can't really talk about. But, and I'm not allowed to go into that. But I can talk about a little bit is Nephilim spirits. So the spirits of Nephilim. So the easiest way to identify if someone has the spirit of a Nephilim around or on them is they're flat out angry all the time. They want to bash and hit stuff. Their footsteps are abnormally heavy. So let's just say you're not someone who's heavier. You're just someone who's extremely light. Your leg muscles are not overly strong like that. Because if you're someone who works out your legs or something like that, then you'll have strong legs. But if you have these footsteps that are like T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex footsteps, and you have no... It's almost like physically impossible for you to make those footsteps, which I'll talk about more in future videos, then that's usually the symptom of a spirit of a Nephilim. Basically, a giant. The son of... Well, you have to find out where the origins of those are on your own, because I'm not teaching about that in today's video. That's not for this topic. That's for you guys to figure out on your own. That's your part of it. That's a whole separate... I'm not going into that, because I have to be in a different mind state and different place to teach about that, because you have to be very careful how you teach about that or speak about that in general. But the spirits that are angry, smashing things, seems almost primitive, like caveman like. It's like, and not TikTok caveman, I'm talking about caveman like, but I'm talking about caveman in the sense of like people are smashing stuff, yelling, screaming, just flipping out, and you're like, what is that? Is that like it's like this person's like primitive. It's like they're animal-like. Well, it has been declared that the spirits of Nephilim, when they go into the afterlife, they will be evil spirits. Those are the most specific evil spirit. Something that used to be very big will still try to act very big, because Nephilim are pretty big. Yeah, and gruesome. So... in that, those kind of spirits roam around. But let's talk about the spirit, the essence of this video. This is finally, because I've been hinting at this for months, and this is cool. This is awesome. This is really cool. But the kind of spirit that lurks the earth that you guys can avoid becoming is an evil spirit. I would like you guys to look around the world right now. There are people, evil spirits right now who are in flesh. So some people like, oh, that's like maybe you were walking out throughout your day and you see someone they're just flat out evil. Whatever they've taken as a choice in life, they flat out ended up evil, EVIL. But that person is rotten. People's guardian angels who are that evil and mean, they just leave. If they don't leave, they stop communicating with the person. Like they won't talk. They won't have anything to do with the person, anything to say with the person. They'll be there because they're supposed to be there. It's their job, but they're not going to do more than their job. So for people who are just flat out evil spirits, like what is wrong with this person? That person goes into the afterlife, and that's the same thing. You shouldn't be surprised. Energy never dies, it just transmutes. You think someone's going to come into the afterlife and be a completely new person? Like, yeah, all those years on Earth, and now I'm brand new. Like I won't remember. And no, nothing changes. Like nothing changes for a person like that. For people who are good, they upgrade in the afterlife, which I can't really talk about too much. That's why certain ancestors, when they present themselves to you in dreams and they're looking younger or they're looking different, or just like you're like you didn't look like that in life, it's because they're upgrading. They're ascended ancestors, which I'll make a video about in the future. So the ancestors who go to school in the afterlife, because you're constantly learning and constantly growing here, and you're doing the same thing there. Ancestors very much change when they go there if they're moving closer to their highest good. It allows them to enter different dimensions of energy and be able to upgrade further. And that's why ancestors help you guys. It's because it helps them. It helps their soul. It's like, oh, I just helped my granddaughter get through a day of school. And they're like, oh, I can relax in the afterlife now. I feel amazing. I feel great now that I just helped her. Ooh, I feel amazing. But the people who are evil spirits, they're like, if that person was trying to make people miserable in life, they're doing the same thing. Do you think an evil spirit in the afterlife is really calling themselves an evil spirit in the afterlife? They don't consider themselves evil spirits. They consider themselves the same exact spirit. They think they're fine. They don't think there's anything evil about them, but they're flat out evil. They're exactly like how they were in life. Now, if that person was close to God or tried to be as close to God, but because, like I said, everyone's spirit is different. When I'm talking about spirit, I'm talking about what's inside our flesh, what leaves our body when we go to sleep. We'll take what goes with us to the afterlife, what we take with us. The only thing in the world besides God's love is we take our spirit with us. Our free will spirit. So, you have to understand, we're going to be a spirit in the afterlife. So, whoever you were upon dying is who you are there. Shouldn't really surprise anyone. Now, and this is a really, really cool idea. So basically, look at people who you're dealing with in life right now. Just flat out look at who you're dealing with in life and ask yourself, is this a good person? Is this not a good person? Is this person on the track to be in the highest version of themselves they could possibly be? Or is that person moving away from who they're supposed to be? As good people, we're also always supposed to try to give people a nudge, or at least pray for them. That's the best we can do. If a person will not change, then we can pray for them. Okay, so talk more about evil spirits. A monitor spirit, which is an evil spirit. And because there's the neutral spirits. I'm a spirit that's neutral. I don't know if I'm going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to be bad. You really want someone like that around you, let alone a spirit like that around you? No. And the thing is, there's so much to say in this video, but I'm going to keep it under a certain time period. Evil spirits follow laws. They follow spiritual laws. They follow the laws of time and space. They can't be broken. So they get to that side, and evil spirits versus ascended ancestors can do a whole lot less. They can't do as much as they normally could. You wonder why? It's because you ever take sea salt and you throw it at a bad person. If you guys didn't know, if you take sea salt and you throw it in the tracks of someone who's really nasty and mean, you won't see them again because it banishes the evil on them. If you do to a good person, it won't do anything. Now, same thing with a slug. It dries up a slug. It dries up negative energy. It dries up things that are trying to take your blessings. It dries up bad things. But this is a cool video. This is a really cool video. I like this video. I really like this video. I like teaching this video. I hope you guys are loving this video too, but the people in life who are gossipy and they run their mouths. They're gossipy. And those people are miserable. Those kind of people will be hit by karma left and right. When they get to the afterlife, it's a very dark place for them. unfortunately. But that's what they asked for. They were in a flat out dark place here. They're in a dark place in the afterlife. Now, when it comes to that person being in the afterlife, that person will be the same person they were in life. What? Is that a surprise? Is this a surprise? Because this just puts 2 and 2 together for people. Because you're like, oh, that's where evil spirits come from. That's why they're trying to stop blessings. Because that's all they can do. And they actually get rewarded if you entertain them. If you don't fight them off. How do you get rid of an evil spirit? You wear black tourmaline. It's that simple. You can get it from FloridaStoneman.com. You wear black tourmaline. They can't come around because that banishes them due to spiritual law. They can't put up with black tourmaline. Ask people who have gotten black tourmaline from me. Check the testimonies. It works like magic. The crystal is literally magic. It blocks 5G. It blocks evil spirits. 5G can't get through it, and you think a spirit who's really evil is going to pass that? They don't. I'd suggest it as a necklace because it guards evil spirits from getting to your crown. Or you can wear it as a bracelet, which helps too. But, whew, I love this topic. This is an amazing topic. Monitor spirits are basically people who are chatty in life. So, your thoughts can be transmuted into a frequency where monitor spirits can read your thoughts. Oh, you ever had a really good idea and you just didn't act on it, or you waited too long, or maybe you were out in public and you're thinking about the idea. Now someone else is acting on your idea. As if like, oh my God. Can I talk to you guys about something very, very, a secret that I've never even really shared? Do you know how your phones know about stuff you've been thinking about? Oh, this is gold. I did not be teaching this in this video. Your phones know about what you have been thinking about because monitor spirits can pick up on what you're thinking. They communicate it with each other. Now it's flashes of communication between different monitor spirits. And that puts off a frequency that even angels... Okay, the voice of angels can be picked up on a frequency. The voice of spirits can be picked up on a frequency. That's why when you open your physical clairaudience, you can hear them as if they're talking directly next to you. Because they actually are. There's just a screen between you and them. So monitor spirits picking up on your thoughts, talking about your thoughts, actually translates it to going into your phone. And those monitor spirits have monitor spirits of their own because monitor spirits have friends. And then it branches out. Whenever I reveal information like that, I'm like, I hope this wasn't too much information to reveal because I'm not allowed to reveal everything. Like, I have a code that I go by. I'm not allowed to reveal everything, but for the people who watch my videos, this is a very exciting one, so I will reveal that. That's a secret that you guys should know, is that monitor spirits, and I might teach this in a YouTube short or on a TikTok as well, pick up your thoughts, they gossip about your thoughts, those scurry, and those monitor spirits who are in life are just talky people in life. Maybe they were in a hair salon. Those people are yapping, sharing information, spilling tea, sharing biscuits and bones or whatever you call it, and then just they're just tossing people's information everywhere, and it's spreading, and you didn't really even share that much. That's the same person in life who they are in the afterlife. So that's an origin of evil spirits and monitor spirits, which monitor spirits are evil spirits as well because they cause your opportunities to get shut down. Oh, cool. How awesome is a video is this? This is one of my favorite video topics because this really puts together the two worlds for people. I'm going to talk to you the last form of evil spirit, which people are not expecting this, and I've warned people about this in past videos. When people... Because I'm going to tell you right now, and people will not believe me until they get to the afterlife. There are people who I know in the afterlife right now, and they're very regretful. They've turned into full-fledged angry spirits because they never moved themselves closer to God. This is the most important part of the video. For people who have had a concept of God, and they've gone off and made their own concept of God, this is really important because this is really important. People who flat out thought that the afterlife is what you make of it. There is no heaven, there is no hell. There is heaven and there's something. There is hell, but it's not what we describe as hell. It's specific and broken up into different aspects, different pockets of the spirit realm below us on a lower frequency. And yeah, there is hell, Gehenna, etc. It's very specific, but just know there's heaven and hell. That's the easiest way to break it out. I'm not going to say 5 different things of what... And yes, there is heaven and hell. So for people, because I'm not going to stray away from the topic, that's for our future video. For people who think, oh, heaven's what you make it of it, hell is what you make of it. You're going to go where you want to go because the human consciousness is all connected and we're all frequencies and nothing will happen. I mean, whatever you do, it's okay. You can be accepted as whatever. You can live your life, and you think God will really put us here so we all can go to hell. So we could basically do whatever we want to do, and people will do whatever they want to do, and they'll stray further from God, and they'll not follow their intuition. They'll just follow ego and pride, and people will go off and be like, okay, I can be my own God. I can rule my own reality. I can manifest as a creator. And that's why Adam and Eve bit into the apple. They were offered an opportunity. You won't die if you take a bite from that fruit. He's just telling you that so you guys, you'll end up being your own gods at that point. If you take a bite into that apple, you won't suffer death. That won't happen. You'll become your own gods. They took a bite into the apple and then, yeah, they're like, oh, we messed up. Oops, we messed up. Uh-oh. Okay. But the thing is, for the people who don't believe in God, for the people who... And that's why people are so afraid on their deathbed. And that's usually why people who are completely atheists, at the very last second, move closer to God. It's because as they start fading off into the next world, they start getting a glimpse and they start seeing everything. That's why people who are in the deathbed who are close to God and their ancestors, they're like, oh, I see my ancestors. It's a very common occurrence. For people who are away from God, the first thing they see is what they see as an evil spirit. As people who are, if they were an evil spirit in life, they're going to be an evil spirit in afterlife. All that is different is they lack a body and it's dark. It is very dark on the other side. If you're a bad spirit, it's dark on the other side. It's exactly as how Game of Thrones describes it, basically. It's basically just darkness. It's dark. And the only thing you can see is places on Earth. You don't know exactly where, but it could be... It's people who are lower vibrations. So, take your hands, guys, right now, and put it over your eyes. Like this. Crack it. Close it up so you can't see anything. So, crack it again. If you crack it a little bit to where you can see this much... That's how much a negative spirit can see, or an evil spirit can see, and that's how they can perceive the world on their side of this, in this realm, because on their side, it's not fun. Their higher self is not a higher self. It's a lower self. Not everyone gets a higher self like that. No one's teaching that. You really expect to have a higher part of yourself, but you've never done anything to elevate yourself? Well, you've had a chance when you came to Earth. So you get into the afterlife, if you're a flat-out evil spirit, you're going to get the rewards of what you seek for and more. So you'll be in a certain slumber, plus you'll have a crack of consciousness that allows you to move around on the earthly plane. You'll be an evil spirit here, and you'll get to watch. You'll get to see just time go on. You won't really have as much mobility, as much power or anything, because it's basically torture for a spirit like that. So people who are away from God, people who... basically refuse them in life, we'll have that as an afterlife as well until resurrection. But that's, you got to read the Bible for that one. I'm not going to go into that, but people will become very lost in the afterlife, and it drives them nuts. So the person ends up in a place that they didn't expect to end up, right back here, and it drives people nuts. It makes people in the afterlife crazed. It makes them into a frenzy. So people will be like, okay, they'll be at a peace, like, okay, I don't have to put up with this world anymore. Or what this happens more often than not. The people will be like, I can't wait, I was asking to go into the afterlife when I was on Earth, and this is my afterlife? It's worse than Earth. What's this? and they go haywire. They knock stuff over. They'll try to give nightmares. So these things are angry 24/7. They're living in a nightmare that they've made for themselves. It's a darkness. That's why I'm pushing you guys to move closer to God. You ever wonder why there's more angry spirits every single day? It's because people who are far away from God and get to the afterlife, and these people who are just not good people, and I'm not saying every person who doesn't have God is not a good person. Maybe that person is not that point of their journey yet. Until, well, on my channel, I'll push you towards moving closer to God, because that's how you find the light in the afterlife. People are talking about the light. That's the essence of God. That's the angels. That's your ancestors, and that's pushing you closer to your highest good. As above, so below. If you're not moving yourself closer to God, by the time you get to the afterlife, and like I said, some people do it on their deathbed. That's why people are like, okay, they'll swear, they'll accept Lord Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, because they start having a peek of how dark the other side is and how scary it is. It's like, what? That's the afterlife? I thought it was what I made of it. Like I thought it was like ever creating, everlasting. I mean, the only thing that's everlasting is God's love. But when people go outside of that and look for something that they think in their imagination, it's not that, and then they get shocked. They're like, what? This is the actual afterlife? Wait, I have to wake up when I go to the afterlife and accept that this is not real? Like, so they start figuring out that the concept of good and evil, and that how their soul is basically, and you'll see a bunch of people talking about, people who are moving closer to the afterlife, when they get there, they're talking about how there is no God, there is no heaven, there is no hell. That's a demon. That's a lower level demon tricking people into moving people away from God. I hope people can recognize that. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many evil spirits. You think these spirits are... You think they're mad for no reason? Not a lot of people are figuring this out. A lot of people who go to mediums are getting... because most mediums are flat out... They're getting tricked without even knowing it. That's what I'm talking about on TikTok with all these younger generations. And it's really tragic to say a lot of people are just flat out getting tricked. Like, what the... So, I'm not going to talk about that, because that's a whole different video topic about... it's a good 95% of mediums are flat out being tricked. You can be your own God. The power lies within you. Yeah, okay, certain celebrities said that, and then they got knocked off. Their whole entire families got taken away. The person's wealth went to zero because they were evil with it versus light-filled with it. They tried to be egotistical and boasting and bragging, and now they're on HE double hockey sticks on Earth. So this video is going to get pretty long. So the essence is evil spirits come from many different places. Many different places. There are several different kinds of evil spirits. I talked about where a couple main ones. Nephilim spirits, the spirits of monitor spirits. The people who are lacking the light in life will lack the light in the afterlife. It shouldn't be a surprise. And the afterlife is a lot closer than you guys think it is. It's literally there when you fall asleep. That's what the dream realm is. It's like the pocket, the slip into the afterlife. I'd like to get more people on the concept of understanding what the afterlife truly is, because it will truly help people. And for the people who are good people and moving closer to God and doing good and doing right, and you're just being the best version of yourself, when you get to the afterlife, it's nice for you. There's actually nice surprises there for you, which I can't really say. It's really cool for good people, but for people who are evil here, they'll see evil there. It shouldn't be a surprise. If you're a really good person here, you'll see a really good stuff. Because I'm not allowed to reveal everything. You'll see really cool stuff there. If you have any questions, guys, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.